everybody, this is a short video of the 2008 BMW 335i M-Sport. This is a new car I got a few weeks ago now. I'm usually a Subaru guy, but I thought I'd have a go with a BMW for once. Now this is the twin turbo 3 litre model. These run at 306 horsepower and have about 400 newton meters of torque, so they're real quick cars. And this one's this one is a M-Sport model, so it's got the nice 18-inch alloy wheels with M decals on them, and the large rear M bumper as well, which is quite nice. Now, there's a few cool features in this car which I'm going to go over basically in this video. So you got your key here. Please note I'm using a SLR, so I can't autofocus it that well without holding it. But yeah, so a lock, unlock, and your boot. So if I use what's called comfort access on this car, you've got the key in your pocket. You just have to put your hand behind the door handle and it will unlock. You've also got pathway lighting under here, so these light up at night, so it's quite a nice look. When you're unlocking the car at night, it lights up the floor. To lock, same story again. You just place your finger on the ribbed parts of the door handle and hold it, and it'll lock again. And of course you can always do the windscreen function, the window function, where you hold the unlock button and it'll put the windows down, as well as open the sunroof. And same thing, hold the lock button to put them back up again and close the sunroof. So let's hop in the car. As you'll see, this one has the shadow line trim. So instead of being a silver, it's a nice gloss black, which is special on the M-Sport models, but of course an option for the non-M-Sport models too. Now inside the car, just got the typical BMW dash display, your iDrive, center console, gear shifter, and iDrive control. Now, if I put my foot on the brake and push the start button, the engine will start. If I leave it off and just push the start button with the key in the car, okay, that's weird music, it'll light up the all the bits and pieces you need, just for as if you turn to your key to the accessory position in your normal car. And all four windows have auto up feature, or whatever you call it, so you don't actually have to hold them. And another cool thing about this, the BMWs really, and the M-Sport models especially, they've got the black headliner, and it's real nice. I like my interiors dark and not too bright, hence why I've tinted the windows and all. But yeah, the black headliner is real nice, and it just adds that classy look to the car as well. And as you'll see, this car has the rear sunshade, and that's activated by this little button here. When you push that, it simply slides that back down again, and just push it again to put it back up. And I generally drive around with it up. It just adds that bit more privacy. You've also got your parking sensors. You just push that to turn them on when the car's on, of course, and it'll come up in your iDrive display here. And seat heaters too, and they are quite good. They are real nice to have when you hop in the car in the morning. So the reason I bought this car, and the reason, well, I like the motor for a start. It's a 3 litre twin turbo, as I said, and the iDrive. I love the iDrive. I love technology and stuff. So this is the old iDrive. This is the CCC system. So as you see, the display's a bit older than the newer models, but it's still got all the great features. So just menu. You've got all your main screens there, and basically you can go to your radio, for instance. It brings up your RDS, so you know what station you're on. You can go to all stations and flick through what you like a bit of flavour. No, but yeah, You've also got your audio aux input, which is simply in here. And you've also got this cool armrest. This one slides out, it's a two-way armrest, so you can slide it out and put your arm on it when you're driving. The car also has TV, which will work up until December here over here in New Zealand, because they're switching off these channels, but yeah, it's great. Watch TV, as you can see, it's real good quality. And it doesn't work when you're driving. You got to set it up to work when you're driving, but I'm not going to do that in case I get distracted and crash, but it's a good feature as well. Aircon, all your features here, dual zone. The cool thing about these BMWs is the residual heat button, so you click that when you're, say, filling up with gas, and it blows air into the cabin, which I love. And even in the morning, if we see here quickly, it's got another cool feature. I use it a lot. It's independent mode, and you can basically set a timer at when you want the car to start blowing air into the cabin. Doesn't blow hot air, it just blows exterior ambient air in, but it's nicer. And you just simply turn it on or off, and you can set your time at what you want it to go on at. And you can also do direct operation, so when the car is not actually on like it is now, I can just push direct operation and away we go. But I'll turn that off. And you can also control air distribution through this button here instead of using these buttons. But other than that, it's got Bluetooth, this car, so it doesn't have voice activation though, which usually you'd push this button for. But I've got my iPhone 5 hooked into it. Oh, wrong one. And I can't load my address book, sadly, but I can still make calls and view my numbers and stuff, view my last dial numbers and stuff, so you can dial the number straight from the iDrive, which is quite handy too, so you don't look away from them when you're driving. Another cool feature is the automatic headlights, how's your father's wipers. You just push that to activate it. When it gets warm, when it starts raining, it'll turn them on depending on how heavy the rainfall is. Now the automatic has the paddle shifters. The DTC models, or DCT, one of them, DCT it is, have the different paddle shifters to this, but this is the 6-speed paddle shifters. You simply push away from you to go down and then pull to go up, so it's opposite to my old Japanese Subarus. Same thing with here, you've got pulling back to go up a gear and pushing away to go down a gear, which takes a little bit of getting used to. And also this car has interior lights package. The door handle lighting's standard, I believe, but you've got your additional footwell lighting and lighting down in here too. If you can see there, it lights up. And just nice lighting up here and in the back as well up there. It doesn't have ambient lighting like the coupes where you've got the nice LED strip through here, which is sadly it doesn't have. And you've also got your rear fog lights, which are just basically, it's like when you put your foot on the brake, they're real bright, and then automatic, off, park lights, which are your angel eyes, and then just your normal, turn them on. I like to have it on automatic, but when I just want the halos on, I just switch it to that one there. And then front fog lamps. But other than that, that's pretty much all you'll find in these cars. They're pretty much stock standard really, but they are a way nicer quality car than, well, from my Subarus I've had anyway. And I love Subarus, but just like things like the shifter, it's real solid. It doesn't wobble like the other ones do, and the leather and the grips on the steering wheel, it's just nice and firm, and it's, you know, metals and wood grain. It's just a lot nicer. But nevertheless, I still love Subarus a lot, and I'll definitely get one again. Yeah, you've got your thigh support, and it's just like a spring-operated handle at the front, so it's quite cool. And you've also, dropping my stuff. And you've also got all your controls on here as well, and these are the sport seats with the big bolsters on the side. I think they're air-operated, so they're quite nice. And you basically pinch it, and it'll like pump it up, and then just push it to release it. So it really hugs you in, and it's real great when you're going around corners real fast or whatever. And you've also got control of So yeah, your normal tilt back and tilt forward, so back and forth, and then your weird little, whatever you call it, feature. But yeah, other than that, pretty much the same old. The rear seats are real nice. They're sort of bolstered as well, you could say, but they're not like the front seats, of course. And there's good enough leg room, you could say, for most people. But yeah, if you want to turn the actual ignition on, you just push the button again, and it'll... Oh, now it's turned off. But you'll just basically push the start button once. Since I got tints, my comfort access doesn't work as well. But yeah, push it. There we go. And you've got your multifunction display here. You can basically flick through it with the little control stalk. So you can view things like distance to empty, average speed, your fuel consumption, bits like that. And yeah, my car right now has an engine light on, which I'm going to get sussed out soon. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that just quickly shows you the reliability of the car. But yeah, they're awesome cars. And another thing you might want to notice is the little temperature gauge here is actually for the oil, not the coolant, so it takes a while to heat up. And even when you're just driving around nice and easy, it actually doesn't get past 100 usually. It sits around until you really give it some. It'll warm right up. But yeah, it's a real nice car really. And also it's got, you know, your cruise control and your cruise control over here. Sorry, it's just real bad angle. So basically you pull it towards you to turn it on, or you just go off by pushing it up or down. And to actually increase the speed, you can push it a little bit, or you can push it fully, and that goes up in usually 10-kilometer increments. Same thing down. And the car will also brake for you when you're actually over speed, or if you're wanting to slow down. And you can also check out the oil level in these cars and check your servicing as well, which is quite good in the iDrive. So if you just push the I button, you can scroll over to info sources and view service information. Now as you see, my front brake pads need to be replaced, but they've actually already been replaced, but the guy didn't reset the computer, so that needs to be sorted out. But you can just see all these details here, like you know, when the car's oil's due, for instance, and 11,000 Ks, but personally I'm going to do that soon anyway. And you can also check the engine oil level when the motor's running. You get an actual readout. Right now it's just saying it's okay, but yeah. And you can also check things like if you've got a faulty motor, you can check the control messages, even though they're real basic, just like engine malfunction. It doesn't tell you anything more than that. But no, it's good. Turn that off. Oh, and another cool feature I learned, because I studied these cars for years before I bought one, because they're so expensive, but this is your air recirculation, and A means automatic, so basically it'll choose whether to get air from the outside of the car or the inside. So if there's like some guy in a diesel truck or something blowing smoke out his ass and it stinks, it'll actually just automatically turn to the inside air recirculation. And finally, the car has adaptive headlights. And now my camera's being a pain in the ass again. If you can see my headlights, that's better. When you're going around a corner, the lights will turn with the steering wheel. I don't know if you can see that well. But yeah, it's not working that well. But when you're at night, it'll really turn around the corners and stuff like that. It's real cool. But yeah. Other than that, it's pretty much the same old stuff really. This car's also got sunroof. It's pretty loaded actually. And it's got nice little LED ambient lights, which actually light up the gear shifter and the iDrive controller at night. But to open it, you've just got one touch control, so you can push up, and that puts the lifts it up. Or you can push the back button once, and it'll manually go out of its way to move it all the way back. And the wind noise is real good with these open, like it's real quiet inside. It doesn't make it all blowy like my old ones did. And then just same thing, closes it again. and the sunroof's slightly tinted as well, so it's not so bright when the light comes through. Other than that, that's it really. Look at that screen flash. And yeah, when you hop out the car, just push it in, and away you go. And then your lights will come up, and your angel eyes stay lit up, so you know your welcome home lights. And also when you're walking home at night, for instance, and you can't, it's real pitch black, you just pull on the light stick and the xenons will come on again and basically stay on for 40 seconds. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers.